All right, y'all. As I mentioned, we're joined now by Houston Dash interim head coach Juan Carlos Amorós. Juan, thank you for taking a couple of minutes. Obviously not the result that you guys would have wanted this evening, but if you wouldn't mind, just give us your overall impressions on the game and how you felt like the team played over the course of the 90 minutes.
Well, I think the first half we were good. Like we dominated possession. We had those approaches to go. I think that we knew it was a game where they got a lot of experience and quality. The first goal was going to be massively important. In a disadjustment, we conceded a goal. We had like probably a lot of times where we were around the box that we should have done a little bit better, and we didn't capitalize. Like I think we again had like double of the shots of the opposition, but what does it mean if you don't really score? And then we go into halftime. We obviously did that change. I think the first 5-6 minutes we had like 2-3 chances again to equalize and push through, but we didn't. And then we did the subs. Then obviously their second goal came, and I think from there we couldn't really. We still got close to the goal, but we was just nowhere near. It's obviously disappointed because of all the fans, the situation. But this is football. We have to keep working. I told that to the girls. So obviously, the result that we didn't want, but we only can keep our head high and keep working hard.
And Juan, you talked about those first 5 minutes of the second half there. I asked Sophie about this, but she said that the talk at halftime was how well you had played in the first half and just needed to clean things up a bit. But can you just talk about how strongly you guys came out of the intermission there, and just it seemed like that the equalizer was just almost about to come at any moment.
Yeah, but it didn't come, like you always think, oh, the next chance, the next approach. We were breaking them down the right, we were breaking them down the left. If you look at the goals, I think the first one, obviously great pass from Queen that we need to track back, but Chappie gets there, she could clear it. We had 3 players around, the ball end up on the player and tap it in. We had great shot from Sophie, get deflected, and it goes to the keeper. Sometimes those fine margins change games. Like Maria had a fantastic free kick and he hit the crossbar, but it doesn't go in. And then the second goal from then, I think they hit the post, and Jane saved it, hit the post, rebound, hit the post, and it goes in. But that's football. You need to be. That's why it's so exciting. No, for having more shots, you win games. Like we had to be better on those aspects, and we weren't today. So it's just a game that I think we went head to head with them. We dominated possession. We were able to create the chances. Obviously, we didn't win. They got a lot of quality. Then they were able to, like we know how Megan, Jess, they got players there that are really good at managing those last few minutes of the game, and they did that really well. They saw the game out, and even at the end we were pushing, but it was always 1 inch too far. So we will just need to put things right and work to get it right in Washington. No?
Okay, thank you for that. I see a question from Richard Dean from the Houston Chronicle. So Richard, I'll turn it over to you. Go ahead.
Yeah, Juan Carlos, you mentioned the time of possession, and you also had a lot more shots. You blocked more shots, had more corners. Statistically, y'all played really well. Just talk about the fact that, I know things didn't go well where you finished, but it seemed like the effort was just incredible out there. Just talk about the effort of the team.
Yeah, that's something that's the non-negotiable. No, I think that the players did everything they could. It was just not meant to be today. We missed a little bit of quality at the end, and they've been outstanding with that, like they've been overcoming a lot of challenges. They've been going through everything. You saw it last week. We probably the last few games, again today probably was a bit closer to the last few games at home where we produced a lot, but we couldn't score. Maybe today we produce a bit less, but the girls are working extremely hard. I'm so proud of them, what they are achieving this season, despite all the problems and a lot of changes that have gone into the club. Like the fact that today we were actually playing to be top of the league, like it is credit to them. And this is the regular season. Obviously, in a game like if you will be on the playoffs, we will be out, but we just need to learn from it and make sure that we take that experience and get ready, because there is more to come from the Houston Dash. No, you can see that.
This is the largest home crowd that you've had this year, and it seemed like they were into it. I guess that gave you guys a little energy, didn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that that's probably what the girls are the most affected, and myself. It was a great night. It was all set for us to go out there and get those details. Obviously, we couldn't, and it's obviously like every time it's when something doesn't work out or we lose a game, it's obviously my responsibility first and foremost, and we just got it for all the fans, all the environment that was created by the club, but everyone around us to make sure that we facilitate that situation the most we can and got it, but I hope they enjoy it. And some of them were already telling me now when we were coming out that they're coming to Washington, so hopefully over there we can give them something to cheer.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, we'll go next to Theo Lloyd Hughes from The Striker. Go ahead, Theo.
Hey Juan, how you doing?
Yeah, very good, thank you. Well, good.
It felt like we saw a team from Laura Harvey tonight who knew who the Houston Dash were and set up in a way to kind of be a bit negative and reduce you from doing what you do well. Tell me about how you found OL Reign's tactics to maybe not turn over the ball, get rid of it early, get rid of it long, make sure there weren't those opportunities for you to press and counter press.
Well, I think that says a lot, no? Like from the work the girls are doing, like obviously we beat them away, and the fact that we had players today that was their first starts for the club, like Alosi, Ryan, who is a rookie, and we're playing there against some of the best US women national team players. And the fact that they got players from the US national team in every line, and they go and approach the game on that way, that means that we have to be doing something right, no? Like the tactical approaches sometimes is said a lot, and obviously they end up winning. I think we could have won it as well. Like it was down to fine details. They were better on that, but for me, I like that. No, I like people having to change their way of playing to be adapted to the way we play. Sometimes, like I think it's important that we believe in what we do, and if the details would have been different, I think we would have been talking about a different game. And yeah, I'm just happy to see that the games are so competitive, and credit to them, they came out with the win, they managed the game, so yeah, good. Just happy with the team approach and performance in a lot of aspects. So obviously on those two goals we had to do these adjustments, and going forward we need to be better. We need to be better, and we need to be clinical in front of goal. We can have, like, I think we had 11 shots inside the box and not have one goal. That's just not good enough, and we need to be more accurate in those situations.
On that, being clinical in front of goal, did the Dash miss Ebony Salmon tonight, and how did you evaluate Alosi's performance, Govan's performance in the second half?
How good was Alosi, for a player that is her first start? I think she was a constant threat. Obviously, the second half, we tried to put Val in there because we knew they were going to go even deeper. So Val is a quality player with the crosses. Unfortunately, maybe she wasn't, getting across defenders early. There's still work to do with her in that aspect. But, well, performance from Alosi, I think she was excellent. She put them under the, against the ropes. She created. There's no excuse. We are a team. Like today, Ebony obviously couldn't be with us. For us, it was a motivation to dedicate the victory to her. Like it's just part of the game. I said it on the first day when I sat down here with 11 players out, and we were able to beat Chicago with no Jane, with no Julia, with 8 players going international, or 5 into 6 internationals, 3 out with ACLs. Like we have a team. If we want to be successful, we need everyone, and that's what we tried today. Obviously, there was a lot of subs coming on, trying to affect the game. Could we affect the game as much as we wanted? Maybe today we didn't.
And I know Shea Groom picked up a yellow card. She'll miss the game in DC. Do you know if Ebony will be back next week? And did tonight change who your lineup might be next weekend?
We have to work on that, Theo. Like if Alosi played today, is because she earned it at training. If like with the players coming in and out of lineups, I think we're obviously looking at game plans. It's still very early days. Obviously, that 5th yellow, it kind of takes Shea out of the equation, which I'm gutted for her because she's working really well. I still need to look at obviously that situation in the pen and that she claimed. And she's a great player, a great person. It's a pleasure to work with her, and I'm gutted that she won't be there on the last game. But again, no excuses. There will be a teammate that will push really hard to get that share from the lineup or to be able to change the game from the bench. No.
Last one from me. What was the players saying to each other? Kind of what was the mood, as you were saying, coming in here, you know, on the pitch at the end there? This club has waited a long time for that moment where they can say they're playoffs. And I know you and some of the newer players have brought a sense of belief and a sense of kind of that there's hope and there's a really good feeling of positivity around here. And obviously tonight it wasn't meant to be, but you know, those dreams can still become a reality. But what was the mood like at full time? And is that belief, that feeling still there?
Yeah, of course. I think that the players have, you know, they believe in the work they do every day. They've been outstanding with the way they are behaving, the way they are believing on each other, the environment they have. Obviously, there are things internally that they've done for certain people, like members of staff that, you know, like fantastic, like the way they are taking care of each other, taking care of the staff is, you know, like we are all pushing in the same direction. And for me, that's what make a winning team. Obviously, it wasn't today. Hopefully it will be soon. No?
Cheers, Juan. Thanks so much for your time. Unlucky tonight.
Thank you very much.
Ok, Juan, vamos a cambiar a preguntas en español. Tenemos unas preguntas acá en el palco de prensa. Iniciamos con Luis Miguel de Univisión. Un momento.
Profesor, buenas noches. Preguntarle, ¿cuál fue su primer mensaje después del partido cuando se reunió con las jugadoras? Y si esta semana, más allá de trabajar en lo futbolístico, tendrá que ser en lo psicológico por lo que va a representar el cierre de la temporada.
No, para mí era que hay que tener la cabeza alta, que el equipo está trabajando muy bien, que evidentemente miraremos a las cosas que no se han hecho bien, que miraremos a las cosas que sí se han hecho bien y a por Washington. Esto no para, ¿no? Al final ese es el fútbol, no hay tiempo para lamerse las heridas y hay que levantar la cabeza y ir a por el siguiente. Así es esa es la única fórmula en este deporte, ¿no? He tenido la suerte de momento aquí en Houston, que no, creo que perdimos en San Diego y luego ganamos a Gotham y espero que esta vez, pues, en esta segunda derrota en 10 partidos, pues que podamos hacer lo mismo y conseguir esa victoria, ¿no? En Washington, que sería muy importante para nosotros, ¿no?
¿Cómo se describe el sentimiento? Porque hoy se juega bien, hay un poco de mala suerte, ya he hablado de los postes, en fin, de las cosas... Hay un poco de frustración de que hoy el fútbol digamos que hoy el balón no votó a favor del Dash.
Sí, pero al final es que solo se puede controlar con trabajo y teniendo un poquito más claridad en esos metros finales y tomando la responsabilidad, ¿no? Es que lo vimos la semana pasada, esa jugada, Ebony marca ese golazo, pues consigues 3 puntos. Semana anterior, María marca un golazo por la escuadra, pues sumas. Si no tienes a nadie un día como hoy que consiga hacer eso, pues al final, normalmente, a no ser que mantengas la portería a 0, pierdes. Y hoy, desafortunadamente, ha sido así. Me preocuparía si no creásemos ocasiones, si el equipo hubiese bajado los brazos. Obviamente tenía muchas ganas, ¿no?, de dar esa alegría a la afición. No ha podido ser, pero solo nos queda seguir hacia adelante, trabajar y a por el siguiente, ¿no?
Y las últimas preguntas vienen de Leopoldo Mata. Leopoldo, adelante.
Mi apreciado profesor, ¿será posible que me pueda compartir 1 o 2 puntos que usted creó en su estrategia?
Sí, bueno, hoy queríamos pues el ser capaces de dominar el balón en construcción, ¿no? Creo que eso lo hemos conseguido sobre todo en el primer tiempo, ocupar los 5 carriles, tener paciencia para ya fuera alrededor, por encima o a través el poder penetrar y creo que lo estábamos consiguiendo, nos ha faltado ese mordiente arriba y luego pues sabíamos que iba a tener que ser muy, muy importante nuestra presión. Creo que en jugada no nos han creado peligro, ¿no? Creo que el primer gol es un saque de puerta que ganamos el cabezazo y esa segunda fase nos castiga y luego el segundo gol pues estamos jugando y tenemos una pérdida, deberíamos haber cubierto mejor por dentro, a lo mejor nos cerramos a la vez, es que tienen mucha calidad, ¿no? Es que son jugadoras top mundiales y al final te castigan y tienes que conseguir estar acertado de cara a gol, hemos creado las ocasiones. Y hoy, pues como bien han comentado, pues la pelota no ha querido botar del lado del Dash, pero también hay que hacer cosas mejor, lo miraremos y a seguir construyendo, ¿no? Esto es un proyecto no a corto plazo, y todavía tenemos que dar mucha guerra y bueno, mañana también hay partidos muy importantes, o sea que hay muchas situaciones que el fútbol un día te da la espalda y al día siguiente te sonríe, ¿no? Eso también lo sabemos por experiencia.
Mister, ¿cuánto tiempo a un entrenador le toma para hacer ajustes? Vi que había un desbalance a la hora de atacar, casi todo el ataque fue al lado de María. ¿Hay instrucciones para que a la hora del partido no se cargue solamente el ataque por una banda? ¿O no tiene usted alguien que le pueda ayudar en lo que sería hacer esa función por el lado contrario a María?
Sí, bueno, ahí creo que un aspecto muy importante es que al final el juego, por mucho que plantees, muchas veces cuando la pelota llega a jugadoras de la calidad de María, pues al final hacen suceder cosas y, y las produce, ¿no? Hoy por circunstancias pues ha jugado Prince otra vez en medio, que creo que ha hecho muy buen partido, y María y Ryan han empezado arriba, luego con Alosi, y al final nosotros buscamos ser un equipo que cuando tengamos ese dominio de balón, pues poder buscar el penetrar por ambas bandas, pero jugadoras de la calidad de María pues a veces hacen que el juego caiga más sobre su lado, ¿no?
Profe, muchísimas gracias.
Muchísimas gracias a vosotros por cubrir el partido y como he dicho, seguro que el fútbol un día nos da la espalda y otro día nos sonríe, ¿no?
Gracias por el tiempo y buenas noches.
Muchas gracias a todos.